say that the people that they are gambling with their life are losers?
Sure. What success could come out of that? Success won't come out of that. Pleasure will.
I see. I see.
You might get some pleasure.
Yeah.
You know, you got a new cutie on the side, and you know, and she's sexy. She like you with something new. That's the attraction that Shaitan will give you. You know, it's always gonna look prettier over there.
Let me ask you this: what's the difference between gambling and take a chance in life? Because this is
Taking a chance in life is a gamble. It's not sure.
right.
It's all the same.
But you know, in business, in life, in
You mean taking a risk?
taking a risk, yeah.
Okay. What's the consequences and what's the benefits and which is heavier? Simple as that. Oh, simple as that. You want to take a risk? Look at the consequences, or excuse me, look at the benefits and the consequences. Which outweighs? And this benefit, you better really define that, because you might be brainwashed by now. You say, oh, she has this body, oh, that's a benefit. Nah, that's not the benefit.
To him, I suppose.
The benefit, if there is any, is that you bring this person into your life the right way. And now she really does become a benefit to you. This other person. But if you just, you know, you say it's taking you want to take a risk on life and to be successful, is going for a random woman in the streets, is that a business type risk? No. Because if I'm going to take a risk, you trying to use this analogy with business and taking a risk. It's a good analogy. Okay, at least in business, I have an idea.
Right.
Then I'm going to do a feasibility. So I'm going to do research on this idea. Is it feasible? How much money does it cost? What is my potential gains in the first 1 or 2 or 3 years? What's my overhead to start this business? I'm going to look at all those things before I start. And then I'm going to take a risk, but it's an educated risk.
Not foolish.
And if I look at the benefits and consequences, what am I going to lose over here? And what is my potential gain? Here I might lose money. Now, use that analogy with this woman. The consequences might be I might lose my wife and my kids. I might get a disease. She might be married and she has a jealous husband. She just lying to you. You didn't know. Now he come to kill you. Her family members find out about it and want to kill you. Right. You stay in your relationship with your family. Maybe they say, oh man, I know this guy as a good guy. He's married. He takes care of his family. And then they catch you. You go to a restaurant with this girl, and then somebody you know sees you, and now you have another reputation now. So, be not deceived. And for those young people who are in those scenarios, you have a bad situation with your wife, you got to get to the root of the issue. And if you're planning on gambling with your life in the streets, and I'm not talking about things that may just happen, okay? I'm talking about when you're gambling, you're working for something. Okay, you're trying to do something. Okay, okay. With that said, you're just playing with fire, really. You know, probably nothing good is going to come out of it. If you're lucky, something happens, you make Toba and you leave it alone or something. I mean, I don't know but if you get involved in it, it's going to be hard to get out of it. It's going to be hard to recover. Let's say you did it and she doesn't know. But you had to build this huge ass story so she doesn't know. And you have to carry that with you all your life. As long as you're with this woman, that you built this big ass story. And then once you did it successfully, you got brainwashing. You brainwash yourself. It's confirmation bias. I did this and it worked even though it's wrong, so I keep doing it.
Right.
I keep doing it. So now I form a habit. If I form a habit, that wall that I built the first time gets smaller. Then you're going to start to expose yourself unknowingly. And there's something about this in our deen. I cannot call the hadith, but the meaning of it is a person who lacks sincerity can be exposed even in the privacy of his house.
SubhanAllah.
And so what you find, if we look at that scenario in real people, it eventually happens. Something, you have to do some weird, really extreme things to cover it, that whatever, how small or large it was exposed. It's extreme. And if you jog your mind and I jog my mind, we know these stories of real people in real situations, and they did that, and it did not go good. It was really bad, actually. It's really bad. You know what I'm saying? So I know it happens. It's life, and there is a things that you can do to recover from it. But if you haven't gotten to it, don't do it. Protect yourself. Don't gamble with your life, because the streets is cold and hard. And that's all I can say about that. And when I say the streets, y'all, some of y'all, when y'all hear this, y'all thinking of gang banging and shooting and killing and all that. The streets is an ocean to me. And if you get in that ocean, you're going to find the gangsters, the drug dealers, and the prostitutes, the pimps. You're going to find all of that there. And even this scenario that we just talked about, that's there too. Because some of that stuff is connected to that. You know? Indirectly and sometimes directly. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, some people are just too young to know, but when you get my age and you've seen the world from the vantage point that I have, you'd be surprised how certain things lead to certain things or connected indirectly to some other things. You know, it's just like you can get into this and that'll lead you to boom, 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 boom. You get into that, boom, you do. Give you just a quick scenario. Let's say a guy, he likes a girl that likes to drink.
Okay.
Or likes to do a certain drug, but he's married. He likes to do where has he had to go to get that drug to impress that girl? Gotta go to the streets, man.
Right, man.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's say he can't find nobody, but there's a place where there's prostitutes. Where are you gonna go? To the streets. Okay?
So it's cool, man.
So what I'm saying is, don't gamble with your life and don't play in the streets.